Hello and welcome to today's lesson. Last week you learned how to create a database. Today we are going to import some data into that database. We are going to import the Excel table that we used to input our data. So first of all, as usual, you launch your ArcMap. I'm assuming all of you have your data fed into an Excel table. So you'll go to File, you go to File menu, and then you go to Add Data, and then you select Add XY Data. Here, after you do that, this is what appears: a small dialog box called Add XY Data. And in this dialog box, you see a couple of options: X field, Y field, Z field. And just above those, you see there is a small sentence here that says specify the fields for the X and Y Z coordinates. The fields in this case are the columns that are stored in our coordinates and any other information. So normally in digital literacy, as you've been taught or you'll be taught, and in spreadsheets we usually call columns we refer to them as columns. But when it comes to mapping and the GIS work and survey work, we prefer to call them fields. So whenever you encounter the word field, normally it refers to a column in a table. So you look here, you'll see that this dialog box is prompting me to select a table from the map or browse for another table from a different location. So to browse to a different location, since I don't have any other table in this map, I have to browse and locate where my table is. So I'm gonna click on browse, and then my table is located under my folder connections. And if I don't see anything, I'm going to click on this drop down arrow. This drop down arrow, once I do that, it lists all the folder associated with this project and all folder connections. So I'm going to click here on folder connections and then try and locate my folder. It's called topo mapping, so I'll double click to open it, and then I select my Excel sheet, double click on it. This is what you see. So once you double click to open it, this is what you will see. X field should match with the corresponding X field in your original table. Y field also try and match that with the Y field in your original table. The Z field is not yet matched, so I'm going to select Z here on the right. Here beneath all of these, you see there is a description. Here is a non-coordinate system. We'll look into that later. In the meantime, you match X, Y, and Z fields, and then you just click on OK. If it gives you this prompt here, just say OK. And after you load everything, this is what you should see. Congratulations, you've for the first time displayed points on ArcMap. So after you do that, you just use this icon to save. So click on it and then select save. But that is not all. So before I close this tutorial, one of the things you like to do at this point before you proceed, it is just part of the importation process. You have to export these points into a shapefile. A shapefile is one of the storage formats we use to store GIS data, specifically vector data. The differences between vector and raster data, that is a topic for another day. So how do you do that? How do you export these points into a shapefile? You'll go to your table of contents, right click on what you've just imported, and then you select data and then export data. Wait for it to load. It will bring you this pop-up box. So what am I going to do? I'm going to specify where I want my features to be saved. So I'm going to browse to the location where my folder is. It is inside your desktop. It is called topo mapping. So this one, click on it, and then you can choose to rename this one, or maybe rename it to just export or exported points. I'm going to call it exported points, and then you just save there and OK. Do you want to add the exported data to the map as a layer? Just say yes. After you do that, you'll see your layers have been displayed. Now you can remove your table. You are done with it. So you'll be proceeding from here in our next class. Thank you for your attention. Have a good day.